Hey everyone, welcome back to CryptoCache. Thanks again for joining me here. I hope you're having a phenomenal day. Quick look at here at ICP, seeing what's going on for the weekend. Has perfect breakout here after the review of yesterday's video. We can see we broke through that little resistance level with a nice little ascending trend line there, and effectively still continuing on this trend line. Take a look at this here. Nice higher highs and higher lows. We're eventually going to break that. Obviously, you can't pursue this, or this cannot happen forever, but we're going to see if there's any liquidation levels above or below the price action to see if that might be worth shorting into this or just generally taking another long, right? So we've been doing pretty well ourselves as a community. So congrats to our community members here for some nice profits. What is it? Cardano, BSV, about 30% BSV, Cardano 46, ICP, there it is, 50% in 5 days. We took a trade over the weekend, last weekend, and it's so far hitting pretty strong. So good stuff there, absolutely worthwhile. It does look like it wants to pull back, but again, Bitcoin's kind of doing a little bit of a fake out, so to speak here. So we could see ICP retrace, so just be mindful of that. But if we do take a look at liquidation, there's still more liquidation above the price action. There's that $14 to $15 range. But if you recall correctly from before, if I recall correctly, there was heavier concentrations at between 14 and 16. So we still see a lot of that. Much more propensity for the price to go up than down. I really think 14 to 15 is a strong likelihood. Between now and then, the price might consolidate here at this support level based on this fib level at 0.382. But solid consideration for the price going higher than lower. I don't think we're going to see the price just rip down unless Bitcoin pulls back really hard. Okay? So again, pretty strong, pretty solid, looking good. We're right there at that point of control too. If we look at this is since March, we can see a lot of volume here at about 1340. So people are thinking 1340 is a good value, and that's basically right where we're at. So that is another reason why we could see the price pull back a little bit, just based on the fact that that's somewhat of a resistance range based on what 2.5 months worth of trading data. So we do take a look here. We can see in the last 1 month, rather, since we've been in this range, we can see though that 11.80, basically $12 is that lower level. So we got a decent amount of support there. Heaven forbid the price pulls back. We could see that be a bouncing point for us. We got to keep in mind though, there's a lot of resistance right here. Let's go ahead and pull this guy out. We can see that's probably our new resistance level. Look, we wicked up there here perfectly today, and we haven't closed above that level yet in since April 27th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and now 9 attempts to break that level. It's really common for the price action to reject out the first time. We could even see this becoming the beginning of a cup and handle pattern. Okay? If so, price will retrace and inevitably continue further up. So we'll pay attention to that as well. All right, all that stuff having been said, stochastic RSI swinging up, MACD converging RSI, money flow index all in great shape. We're over 50 in the RSI right now. We haven't been there in quite some time, and it's very refreshing to see this. So strong likelihood we're going to see the price action maintain its current level and go higher. But again, slight retracement would make sense as well, considering how overextended we are on the time frames here. If we take a look at the 4-hour, we quickly look at Ichimoku TD sequential. We'll look at Ichimoku next. We can see a 9 on TD sequential. We've been running for 36 hours straight with no retracement. So it's a pretty significant margin there. If you take a look from here to there, bottom to top, it's about 12%. I don't care who you are, that's still a lot of growth. Okay, so all the more reason why we may see the price yank back here soon. And if so, it's not going to be a significant pullback. In fact, let's go ahead and look at some recent fibs here to double check that, just so we can get perspective on how low the price could go if it does. Probably initially, we're going to see an initial support at $13.05. That's right where the 200-day SMA is averaged out there. That's a pretty good sign in most cases. We can also see a lot of moving averages below the price action. So all the more reason why you want to be careful shorting a coin like this. I would much rather recommend taking a long at 13 than shorting to 13. It just makes a lot more sense. Again, if you're going to day trade or scalp, again, we have day trading bots in our community where we essentially take really short trades, right? And that's good. That's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. It's just you got to watch it close and make it your full-time job. Me personally, I don't do that anymore just because it's too much time. I'd much rather spend time in the charts finding good opportunity for my members than I would effectively, taking those higher risk trades by sitting there and watching it all day long. Just not my style anymore. So anyways, different strokes for different folks. Just be careful of taking shorts right now. That's all I ask. Even though it does make sense, it's going to pull back. It may not, and it all depends on a lot of different things. Either way, we're kind of rejecting there at 70, stochastic swinging down, MACD losing momentum. It's not a bearish sign at all. It just implies that we're slowing momentum and no longer truly bullish. I'd be very surprised the price shoots straight up from here. It's less common for that to happen, even though this is an ascending channel. So having said all of that, what's the rub? Well, Ichimoku Cloud, 100% guarantee that if you take a short, it's going to be kind of risky. Again, this is really just all it boils down to is statistical probabilities. And right now, we have 3 out of 3 reasons to leave your long position open. While this indicator is conservative and it may not get you out at the top, and there's different strategies for that. Just say, for example, you use a 15-minute time frame, RSI swings back down. That would be a case in point where, RSI crossing over 70, you could consider taking profit. Those are smaller time frame things that I used to use frequently, but for right now, from a swing trader's perspective, there's zero reason to consider closing your position, even though the price is pulling back and probably could even go down further. It's fine. Doesn't matter. Either way, we have a lot of confirming factors here. So I'm just going to put this up here hypothetically and arbitrarily to give you perspective on what should happen if this cup and handle pattern does end up working itself out. So just give you some perspective here. Cup and handle patterns, while this is not a perfect pattern by any stretch, they have a tendency of descending in a trend line before they break out. So again, a lot of times you'll see the handle like this, for example. It looks like a U shape in most cases. It's a U because it comes down into a descending channel first and inevitably bounces off of a key Fibonacci retracement level. Oftentimes 0.382 is that level, and coincidentally we can see here, most recent high, that could essentially be the new low. So anyways, just some things to kind of think about. This is by no means even close to forming yet, just throwing it out there that there's a possibility of seeing something like that happen. Cool. Anyways, that's where we're at here, folks. Thanks so much for watching. Do me a favor, hit the like button before you leave, comment below, and check out the world's best exchange here. Awesome rewards, use my link to register. And of course, if you want to become a better trader, CryptoCache.tech is a site link down below. But do not overlook these guys. Don't sleep on it. Use my link to register, get some awesome rewards. But no KYC or VPN for these folks. And I tell you what, they've been awesome to our community for the last, 9 or 10 months straight. Perfect stuff there, folks. Thanks again for your time. We'll see you in the next one. Have a good day.